Good evening, everybody. My name is Wicked Ari, and I'm from Kingdom 410. Today we're going to discuss the catacombs and your creation and why it's important to work on clearing the catacombs. So first things first, I do want to tell you that if you are a person who is playing the game right now and you have barely touched the catacombs, I would suggest you spend some time working on getting gear and getting your creation leveled up, because for each level that you clear, you get a stat bonus. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to go ahead and click on the little catacomb here. It looks like there's an orange doorway of a light. Now that this is opened, you'll see here that there are a couple things going on the screen. What I want to point out is on the bottom right hand corner where it says clear section 7 to get troop health plus 30%, troop attack plus 30%, and troop defense plus 30%. This is why it's important to clear these sections. I'm going to go ahead and click on the little icon here in the bottom. And if you go to the very top, for each section you clear, you get bonuses to your stats. This is a great way to start out getting stats. That way when a kingdom is fresh and new, the odds of people attacking you and you losing are slim to none, as long as you are getting these stats and gearing properly. All right. So we're going to go ahead and close out of that. Another thing I want to bring to your attention is up in the top right corner, you see a picture there of your creation. If you go ahead and click on that little icon there, it's going to open up the gear that's currently equipped on your creation, the experience bar, the current creation's name, talent points, and creation skills. It also shows your creation stats here, also very important to keep an eye on that. The further you go in, the more health you should have, just so that you can maintain against the attacks, because it does get very difficult in the catacombs. I think around section 4 and 5, I kind of hit a stopping point when I first started out, and it became a little more difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and click on talent points. Now you're in the talent point tree, and you'll see that there are 3 options. You have brutal, warrior, and explosive. I went the explosive route. It's very important that when you're first starting out, you don't pick 2 different tiers. You want to pick 1 tier and stick with it. I am almost to the firepower bonus, which is going to be really good for my creation. It says when attacking all targets, burst ability is enhanced by 320, causing 45% damage. I cannot wait to get that. You'll see if you keep going, it just gives you some more options for attacks. Flame Fury 2 and explosive fire attack. So warriors are kind of like a tank class. They specialize in defense, and they will kill their targets over time. It's not something that they kill them quickly. It's more of a tanky type spec. So if that's what you want to do, then you can certainly do that. I would think of brutal as more like a pure damage, attacking with force, gonna kill him really quickly, whereas explosive is more like a mage type thing where they kill him with fire and casting and that type of stuff. So let's go ahead and go out of there. And if you click on creation skills, this gives you a breakdown of each thing that's mastered along the way. These do get mastered, as you can see, with each level that your creation gets. So right now I'm working on the 38 creation master skills. So once I get to level 38, I'm going to have some additional skills here that are going to be mastered. If you look at my gear here, if I click on the helmet, it shows you the stats of the helmet and the crest that I have currently embedded in my creation. Alright, so let's go ahead and escape out of here and go back in. One important thing to note when you are doing the catacombs, once you have cleared one of these boss levels, the ones with the larger icons, every day you should be going back and plundering the level. So let me just find one that I haven't done yet. Let's do this one. So times today, I've plundered this a few times today, but I have 2 attempts left. So I only have 7 stamina. And it takes 6 to plunder at one time. So I'm going to go ahead and click on plunder once. And it's going to ask, do I want to plunder for all of these rewards? And you'll see that I get little creation skulls or scrolls to create armor with. So I'm going to go ahead and click confirm. And now I'm down to 1 time left. and I've lost my stamina. So now I have plundered this enough times that I can until I get more stamina. If I click on here, it shows that I have no times left, that I've plundered it 10 times, and I can't plunder it anymore until the server resets. Another thing that you're going to notice while you are in the catacombs is you're going to collect these coins notated up here on the top left-hand corner next to your portrait. These coins are important because if you click on exchange, you can then purchase things depending on how far you've gotten and how quickly you get it. Like you can purchase parts for your airship, which is really good for when you're first starting out. You can get coat of arms stuff, which these coat of arms can actually be equipped before you hit level 15. There is a way to do it. And you can also get quick resources. So this is a really good outlet to get quick resources when you're first starting out. And also these accolades are really nice. For the longest time I had this Catacombs Explorer Troops temporary accolade, and it basically gives me army damage plus 10%. And that's what I was using when I was like a baby castle, so that if anybody attacked me, they would have a fight coming for them, because it was very difficult for them to attack me, especially being so low level. So very important to do this every day, so you collect these coins and then you can come in here and exchange for these items, for the resources, the coat of arms, and the parts. Now if you look over in the top right hand corner next to the stamina section, you're going to notice that there's a little like trophy. We're going to go ahead and click on that, and it's going to show you who the top contenders are on the server. So you'll see me here, number 6, and then you'll see a couple other people ahead of me. It looks like the highest we've gone on this server so far is 7 of 10. So nobody's gotten to section 8 yet. Everybody's in section 7. And then if you click on review rewards, it tells you what the top 3 ranks get: the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. So it tells you what you're going to get weekly. You get these rewards every week. It's not every day, it's every week. So you will receive these rewards if you rank in the top class there. Let's see here. Section, if you click on the little help button, it just kind of tells you like what you're supposed to do and all that stuff. So at the end of this section 7, you can click on that little treasure chest, and it tells you what you get. So I'll get a level 35 creation equipment design, which is really cool. I can't wait to get that. And then all of these materials to create equipment. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take you out of here, and we're going to go take a look at how to create equipment. First things first, if you go into your item inventory, once you've plundered the different sections, you're going to notice, one moment please. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. So you'll notice that you're going to collect these creation equipment scrolls as you plunder through the different levels. And once you have 100 of these, you can synthesize it and create an actual design. All right, sorry again, I had to sneeze. So you can synthesize 100 of these scrolls to create one equipment design. And once you have an actual equipment design, let me see if I have any. I think I might have used them already. I did. Okay, so once you have a physical equipment design, you can go in to the creation armory, and then you go to designs, and your designs will be in here. So these are designs. These haven't been crafted yet. So if you were to click on one of these, and you were going to craft what you just created for a design, you would go to go craft. You would find it in here and go to craft, and then it gives you the option to either instantly craft it or craft it in 2 seconds. At that point, you would just click on what you want to do, and it's going to craft it, and then voila. And at that point you can replace it or you can just keep it in your inventory, but I don't really need this item, so I'm going to go back into equipment and dismantle it because I was just showing you that for science. All right, so you'll see the different creation armory tabs over here. You have designs, you have equipment, you have crests. Crests are like gems for the creations. You can embed these in the gear. They give you different stats. You can refine them to higher levels. It's good to keep that in mind. And then the materials needed to actually craft everything will be located here. Let's see. Up in the top, you'll notice that there are iron bars or steel bars up there. That is also required in order to create equipment and things of that nature. So keep that in mind. And if you scroll down in Creation Armory, you will see that there are different crest sockets down here. That's where you would embed a crest. You can just click on it and you can pick one that will suit that particular slot. So that one I need some more crests for, but you can see the different stat increases that you can get. One thing to keep in mind with the Creation Armory is that with the armor, you can actually enhance it just like you would with regular gear. So if you had a Demon Hunter set and you had upgraded it to +5, you do the same thing with Creation Armor. So you'll see here that it says Destruction Coat +2 up there. That means that I have created 2 designs for this coat and I have enhanced it once. So one moment, please. All right, I apologize for that. So that pretty much covers the armory, and it shows you everything you need. Now, design fragments, those don't really exist for us anymore, so that's kind of just there, whatever. Let's go ahead and escape out of this, and we're going to go back in, and I want to look at the enhance option. So this shows you everything that you currently have crafted, and you can select the item you want, and if it's available, down here at the bottom it will say enhance, but I don't have any extra designs, so none of these say enhance. It says you do not have enough designs to enhance this piece of equipment. If I had the design, it would let me do it from here, but I don't have the design, so I can't enhance anything right now. Let's see. Down here just gives you a list of the requirements needed to enhance or create an item. So the Creation Armory requires 1.8K steel in order to enhance this particular item. So that's good to know. Let's go ahead and escape out of that. And then from this same thing here, you can actually look at creation. So it can go straight to your creation and you can look and see, you know, what you currently have for stats and everything, just like you did when you were in the Catacombs. So my biggest thing I really want to point out to everybody is if you are playing the game now and you have not spent a whole lot of time on your creation, I would suggest doing so and trying to get at least, you know, in the top 15 if possible. That way you have the bonuses from completing the sections. It will take some time, and unless you're buying into the creation equipment, don't worry, it's going to take a while. Because you have to plunder this every time you have stamina. Whenever that stamina bar fills up, you come in here and you plunder all of these sections until you have enough. Now, I would always start with the most recent boss that you have defeated, because you're going to get the best equipment from there before you will any previous bosses. So just keep that in mind as well. It's very important that you start with the most previous boss that you've defeated, plunder it, and go to the next one that's behind it, and just work your way backwards down the line. All right. So that pretty much covers everything in regards to creation. One other thing to keep in mind is your creation does have an event. You get what's called the Creation Arena. Now I've gone in there and I've tried. I mean, you'll get some where you can actually, you know, kill somebody's creation, but a lot of the times they are much more higher level and more difficult. So, don't be discouraged if you do the creation arena when the event comes around and you lose a lot, because it's probably going to happen until you get higher level. All right, so that covers everything. If you guys have any questions about creations and the catacombs and the stats and creating gear or anything of that nature, please feel free to reach out to me, and you guys have a great night.